പോരാ.
യു ജസ്റ്റ് ട്രൈ.
അവൻ പറയുന്നത് ശരിയാണ്. വി ഹാവ് നോ ചോയ്സ്.
എന്ന് വെച്ചാ മുജീബിനെ അങ്ങ് വിട്ടുകൊടുക്കണമെന്നോ? ഇംപോസിബിൾ സർ. ഇങ്ങനെ സമ്മർദ്ദത്തിനും ഭീഷണിക്കും വഴങ്ങി കയ്യിലിരിക്കുന്ന കുറ്റവാളികളെ ചുമ്മാ നിസ്സാരമായിട്ട് അങ്ങ് വിട്ടുകൊടുത്തിട്ട് അയൽ രാജ്യത്തോട് അവിടെ
Changing mag. Stay out of sight. Enemy detected. Changing mag. Stay out of sight.
Enemy spotted. Enemy spotted.
This enemy's close by. This way.
Spray tagged.
Changing mag. Stay out of sight.
Come down.
La zona segura se está moviendo.
está.
La zona segura se está moviendo.
Enemy close by.
Prey in sight.
Enemy close by.
Prey ensnared.
La zona segura se está moviendo.
Prey tagged.
Enemy close by. This way.
The prey's here.
Enemy close by. Enemy close by.
The prey's here.
Enemy close by. Fire assistance.
Vale. Ah,
Changing mag. Stay out of sight.
Enemies close by.
Enemy detected. Patching up. Stay out
La
of
zona
sight.
segura se está moviendo. I'm down. Enemy spotted.
I'm wounded.
oh,
Enemy spotted.
Changing mag. Stay out of sight.
Prey in sight.
Coordinates exposed.
Come down.
fuck. Pixel lo lombakin YouTube channel akre mah game gahan itu mah itu gua Pixel lo gila YouTube channel kadangan
Enemy
La zona segura se está moviendo.
Enemies close by.
Reloading. Enemy hit.
wasn't in the calculations.
Prey ensnared.
Red target point marked. Move out.
The prey's here. Heading to the target. The prey's here. Heading to the target. The prey's here. Heading to the target.
పిక్సర్లలో వేడుతున్నానే ఉందో దగ్గర
I'm in trouble.
Enemy detected.
Weapon here.
పాకోయ్
Reloading. Down.
Enemy struck.
मेरे डाल दे मेरे डाल दे
Target enemy detected. Weapon here. Target point marked. Move out. Enemy detected.
मेरे डाल दे
Weapon here.
Mission engaged. This wasn't in the calculations.
Come down. The prey's here. Heading. The prey's here. Prey in sight.
La zona segura se está moviendo.
Using medic pack.
Enemy spotted. Reloading. Enemy spotted. Luna, you've got this.
Reloading. Weapon here. Prey in sight. Reloading. Weapon here.
Enemy hit. Luna, you've got this.
Prey tagged.
Reloading.
nice मेरे डाल दे एक मिनट
Coordinate enemy detected.
Patching it. This wasn't in the calculations.
Hang in there.
Target enemy detected. Patching up. Stay out of sight.
La zona segura se está moviendo.
I'm under attack.
Enemy detected.
Using medic pack.
Enemy struck. I'm wounded. Enemies close by. Enemies close by.
Prey in sight. Reloading.
Enemy spotted.
Using medic pack.
Enemies close by.
Enemy spotted.
The prey's here. Reloading.
Love has many flavors. Camry ice cream.
ഇതോ ഈ ഡെക്കോറിനോ
എത്തി
ചോദിക്കാതെ AC വാങ്ങിയോ
Hello Lloyd, turn on AC.
Lloyd, tell him this goes perfectly with the decor.
അപ്പോ മൂഡ് ലൈറ്റിംഗ് ആയാലോ?
ലോയിഡിൽ നിന്നുള്ള ഇന്ത്യയിലെ ആദ്യത്തെ ഡിസൈനർ എസികൾ മൂഡ് ലൈറ്റിംഗ് AI മോഡുകൾ എന്നിവയോടൊപ്പം
and just check your temps while you're doing something heavy. Your CPU should stay below 85 degrees and your GPU under 80. If you're running hotter than that, check your fans, dust filters, and make sure your CPU cooler is mounted properly. Sometimes a single loose cable blocking airflow or old thermal paste is enough to ruin performance. And if you're still using the stock cooler, it might be time for an upgrade. A decent air or AIO cooler makes the huge difference. The next thing we're going to touch upon is outdated drivers. If your graphics card drivers are out of date, you can get lag, stutter, or just weird frame drops, even in simple games. So what we're going to do is either go to NVIDIA's website, or if you're using AMD, go to AMD Radeon drivers, or if it's Intel integrated, just go to Intel's website. Then you want to make sure you grab the latest graphics driver and install it. After that's done, check for any chipset or motherboard drivers. Most modern motherboards make it super easy now. MSI has MSI Center, Asus has Asus Driver Hub, and Gigabyte has Gigabyte Control Center. Inside these softwares, you can download all the different drivers for your motherboard, your chipset. Make sure you do that, it'll help a lot. This is the stuff that most people forget and they completely miss. They either just never do it or they do it one time and completely forget about it. Try to do drivers and it'll improve your system, I can promise you. The next thing we're going to cover is BIOS and updates to your firmware. If you've never updated your BIOS, you might be missing a major performance optimization. A lot of CPUs, especially the Intel 14th Gen, AMD Ryzen 9000 series, they need the latest BIOS to perform properly. We've already got tons of videos on this channel showing you how to update your BIOS safely and for every single major brand. I've covered MSI, Asus, Gigabyte, ASRock, so make sure to check out those videos if you've never done it before. A quick and simple BIOS update can fix memory instability, CPU throttling, and even boot delays. I've seen so many times where people are having freezing, stuttering, game crashes, problems, and the fix has always been just updating the BIOS. The problems seem to just magically go away. Next, let's talk about startup apps and background tasks. If your computer takes forever to load into Windows, it's probably because there's too many apps that start automatically. One thing you can do to check that is open up Task Manager. You can press Control Shift plus Escape. Go to the Startup tab and disable everything you don't need or don't want to enable at startup. You could safely disable Discord, Spotify, Steam, or anything that doesn't need to run 24/7. Then open up your Windows setting and check for background apps. That's the same idea here. You want to turn off anything that's unnecessary. This frees up memory and CPU time right at startup. Now, if you've tried absolutely everything that you possibly can and you just want to test your hardware specifically, let's go into that right now. This is where we're going to go a little bit deeper, but it's the best way to figure out what's actually holding you back. I'll show you how to find what's causing the slowdown and fix it step by step. I'm going to give you guys the secret list of programs that I absolutely love to use, and I use it for almost all of my repairs. They're free softwares that you can download, and I've also made videos on every software that we're going to talk about next. Each one is for something specific and to test a specific part in your system. Let's go over the first one, Prime 95. This is one of the best for CPU and RAM. When you start it, select the blend test. It'll max out your CPU cores and hit your memory at the same time. If your PC crashes, freezes, temps skyrocket, that's a sign that maybe your CPU cooling isn't good or your RAM is unstable. Also, if Prime 95 gives you an error that says hardware failure detected, that's usually bad RAM or possibly a bad CPU. The next software we're going to download is Cinebench. This gives you a real-world CPU score. You can either run a quick single core or a multi-core test and compare your numbers online. If you're scoring way below what your processor should be hitting, sometimes off could be the cooling, BIOS, or power settings. Next, let's talk about GPU for a second. My favorite software for this is GPU Haven, Benchmark, or Furmark. Both are great for testing your GPU. They push your graphics card to the limit, 100% load, and if you see any artifact, flickering, or crashes, your GPU might either be overheating, maybe it's problematic. Something you could try is either undervolting it or setting temp limits under 85, 80 degrees Celsius. The next thing is Crystal Disk Mark and Crystal Disk Info. These test your storage drives. Crystal Disk Mark checks the read and write speeds. If your SSD is reading below 300 megabytes per second, something's not right. Crystal Disk Info shows your drive health. It shows the temperature and how many hours it's been used. If it gives you an error or a pop-up saying caution or bad, just replace it as soon as possible. This is most likely what's holding you back. All these tools are free, safe, and they're exactly what we use to diagnose most slow performing systems in our shop. Together, they give you a complete health report of your CPU, RAM, GPU, and storage. And if you run all of them at the same time, it'll also check your power supply for any instability or if it's not getting enough power. So now it's time to sum everything up. Most slow PCs come down to a few key things. Your storage is too full. Maybe you're using an old HDD instead of an SSD or an M.2. Maybe you're overheating. Maybe you don't have the right drivers or you have corrupt files. Once you go through these steps, your system should feel brand new again. If you stress tested everything and it's still slow, it might be time for an upgrade. We've got a full lineup of gaming PCs here at Gamertech. Maybe you want to upgrade into something more high-end. Maybe you're into a budget-friendly build. We have everything for you guys. Check out some of our builds. And if this video helped you out, please hit that like button. Drop a comment, tell me what fixed your issue, or if it didn't, I'll try to respond to as many comments as I can, and I'll try to give as much advice as I can. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
My wife died when I was 29. I wanted more time with her, just a little more time. So I built a machine, a headset connected to an AI that reads your neural patterns, maps your memories, designs a simulation, and makes it feel real. 10 minutes outside, 10 minutes inside. Safe, tested, 1-to-1. I relived our wedding day. She was there, smiling, alive. 10 minutes. But I had her back, and I found peace. Then I thought, everyone deserves this. A vacation you can't afford. Time with someone you lost. Any experience you could dream. $10, 10 minutes. Real experiences. People cried when they came out. Thanked me, held my hands. It was working.